A couple days ago, IMV Gaming broke their year-long silence, and frankly, it was some sad news. Thank you for clicking on this video. You are a good sport. This is College Football Media, and on this channel we talk about college football teams, trends, and traditions, all the way to logos, history, and predictions. If that sounds interesting to you, consider subscribing for in-depth college football content. You might remember IMV Gaming a couple of years ago having a big announcement and big following on social media with the charge to bring back college football video games. And their plan was to raise enough money to be able to fund a premium product of Gridiron Champions to be on consoles and available to the public. They raised money, had investors, and ambassadors, but that was several years ago, and since then they have been pretty silent. Because of that, the public eye, or at least the vocal public, has perceived IMV Gaming as a scam because they raised money from specific individuals through fundraising and their product never came. But IMV has finally been able to publicly say what has happened to the company. In short, several years ago, IMV Gaming hired a lawyer and advisor, and while they were raising that money, they were being taken advantage of by the people that they hired. That advisor and those individuals stole money effectively from the company and did not deliver what they should have and what they said they would to IMV Gaming. So in reality, IMV Gaming was scammed by the people that they trusted. Effectively, in turn, that also affected everybody else that originally put money in to IMV Gaming. And that's why the product never came, because they tried to raise capital and then had to spend that capital giving it to the people that was actually in reality scamming them, and then the fans also felt like they were scammed as well, though in reality it was more like a domino effect. But now IMV Gaming is owning up to it, and previously they weren't really able to talk about it for legal reasons, but now they are able and ready to take legal action on these individuals, and therefore can now publicly say why it has been so long. And they're owning up to it. They're saying that they are pledging to pay back every single individual that originally invested in the company. And I think that is a great action, and I sincerely hope they can follow through with it. Of course, nothing is guaranteed, as has been proven by this whole experience, but hopefully they will be able to raise the capital in order to pay everybody back and start a new company. And that's their plan. They said that because of this, and they have those individuals that took advantage of them have equity in IMV Gaming. So the original creators and founders of the company are going to create a new company to hopefully continue and fulfill their original dream that they had. Of course, this will be a long process, and they'll have to kind of close the legal action against the individuals, then pay all of the original investors back, and then they might be able to hopefully again raise more money, start a new company, and then begin work on a college football video game. And of course there's no telling how long that can take, but hopefully I do think that IMV Gaming did mean well. None of this was on purpose. They had no idea that they were being scammed at the time. That only came later. I do sincerely believe they had pure intentions, and it's a shame that they were taken advantage of, and I hope the best for them in the future. With that being said, I do understand that of course it was not gone about in the right way, and it's no excuse. They own up to it, and other people are as well. Of course, the public perception is not great about the company right now. I hope they can move forward, but at the same time, yes, people were done wrong. People have lost money. Granted, they might get that money back, but again, that is no guarantee. Hope they will, But people have been done wrong, and people frankly only remember how you make them feel. And that's on a person-to-person basis. So when money and companies are involved, that can only escalate. If you were a part of those individual investors those years ago, of course, I'm sorry for you. I do feel bad, and I hope you get your money back. And I understand the distrust in the company and all of that, and that's just something that they have to deal with. And mistakes were made, and hopefully they will learn from it. So yeah, it is a sad story and something that you really don't want to see. Because of all the negativity and the people that it hurt. But if nothing else, this is another example of really how badly we want a college football video game again. EA Sports has yet to have any kind of public plans in bringing the game back. Of course, name, image, and likeness rules with the NCAA could help push things along a little quicker. But it's been over 7 years since NCAA 14 came out, and that was on the PS3 console and the Xbox 360. And now obviously we are 2 generations past that, coming very soon with the Xbox Series X and the PS5. But that really is a community, and it shows how much people care about college football when there is such a community and unity within the college football video gaming. And I think that on Twitter a couple weeks ago the NCAA was trending, and so that is still a very, very relevant community, and I hope that eventually we as fans, gamers, all of us can unite and be happy with one another and get a college football video game once again in the future. Of course, there are a lot of lessons in this experience that we can also take into our personal lives, that yes, sometimes we trust the wrong people, but frankly those are just mistakes, and we always have to be willing and ready to understand that we do make mistakes and we will fail, but those failings is a specific instance, situation, and or experience that does not define us as a person. There is a distinct line between a failing and a failure. A failure would be persistent, consistent thing that is a being, not a specific experience. So we cannot attach our own failings, our experiences, to our identity and value as a human being, because that does not make us a failure. A failing is simply something we can learn from. It is a mistake. It is an isolated experience. And we must learn from it, because wisdom comes from experience. This past week I heard a quote that I think sums it up very well. A mentor that I know personally who is very wise. This past week I heard him say that if you do not have any scars, you have not been in battle. If your shield does not have any dents, then you have never used it. And if your sword is not dull, then you've never swung it. And that hit home. It's something that I thought about and kind of stuck in my brain. That if we don't make mistakes, if we don't have scars, if we don't have dents, if we don't have bruises, then we're not really fighting and we're not really trying. We're not truly living. And so I think that if we all want to get better, and that could be as a football team, that could be as a person, mental health, physical health, or just a hobby experience, it could apply to anything. If you don't mess up, then really you're not trying. And so I think that's a lesson we could all take, and I have seen specifically in this experience. So yes, a lot of hardships, a lot of apologies from the people, IMV Gaming themselves, and I really hope that they're able to perhaps mend some cut ties by being able to refund everybody. And again, for the end goal, to whether they make a new company or EA Sports is finally on board to get college football and video gaming back. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching until the end. If you enjoyed, hit the like button and consider subscribing for in-depth college football content. You can check out some more videos right over there. So again, thank you for watching. That's all for me. Until next time, be goody now.